Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I want to say that I was pretty hesitant to record this video for you, therefore you will have a timestamp when the news starts. Due to my traveling and due to my exhaustion that I didn't really talk about much, when I was on my vacations, I approached the sun with so much excitement that I think I've overdone it, and my body, my skin especially, decided to give me a cold sore that is on my face right now and is pretty unpleasant. I haven't had this for over 20 years in my life, so that was a big surprise. So I'm sitting in a certain way. Hopefully you don't see too much of it because it's not too attractive and it's not pleasant at all, especially when you record videos like this. And I hope you will not focus on the looks, but you will focus on the news that I have for you today, and a lot is going on, especially in Poland. But before we jump into this, I would like to tell you tomorrow, for the first time on my channel, I will have a live stream with Pepe Escobar, who I had absolute pleasure to meet in person during his trip to Moscow, the same time when he was there with Larry Johnson. Therefore, we have a round table tomorrow at 4 p.m. Warsaw time, 10 a.m. New York City time, and that will be with Pepe Escobar and Mr. Larry Johnson. Please join us if you have time tomorrow. So let's go to the news, guys. The first news of today that I came across is actually from Newsweek. Newsweek reported on this, however, that statement was made, let me see, what was the Polish outlet? Yes, this was a statement, few words from Polish President Andrzej Duda to Polish outlet Fakt. And what is this about? NATO ally is ready for nuclear weapons, to station nuclear weapons on its territory. Yes, you heard this correct. Poland is ready. And who said it? Andrzej Duda. Poland is ready to host NATO nuclear weapons should the alliance reinforce its eastern flank bordering Russia. Warsaw has said, if our allies decide to deploy nuclear weapons and as a part of nuclear sharing also on our territory to strengthen the security of NATO's eastern flank, we are ready for it. Polish President Andrzej Duda told Polish outlet Fakt in an interview published on Monday, and that is today. Yeah. The United States and Poland have been discussing the possibility for some time, Duda said. When approached for comment on Monday, the Pentagon referred to Newsweek to the Polish government. If anyone still has any doubt where Poland is heading, I don't know what to tell you. And the same topic, which means WAR, coming soon, from money.pl, Polish portal, from a few days ago, there will be soldiers in Polish schools to train students. The pilot program for students' education with the army will run from May 6th to June 20th. Classes with soldiers will take place in nearly 3,500 schools, 3,500 schools throughout Poland. The letter of intent was signed by the Minister of Education, Barbara Nowacka, and the need of the Ministry of Defense, Władysław Kosiniak-Kamysz. Can I just tell you before I continue with this article, it gives you more details how this training at schools in Poland will look like. What a joke is this when they put people who have no idea about military to be the Minister of Defense. He's a doctor. He's not a general, he's not a soldier, he's a doctor. So the head of the Ministry of National Education said that the pilot project, it's a pilot project, will include 3-hour blocks of classes adapted to age and interests, showing the needs of a given region, and the classes will be conducted by soldiers in the presence of teachers. Among the classes, she mentioned, for example, recognizing alarm signals, information about safe places or how to organize them, and information on how to protect yourself from cyber threats. She added that the grades 8 of primary schools and the first grade of post-primary schools, in which the subject of education for safety is implemented, will be excluded from the implementation of this program. Minister Nowacka stressed that the aim of the program is to increase resilience among young people, develop patriotic attitudes, and learn competences that are useful at every moment of life. She pointed out that for many years Polish schools have been organizing meetings with, for example, emergency medical services, police, or municipal guards, but young people themselves say that they know the least about the army. Oh, so this is like the students now are asking, are you kidding, right? Like this is per request. They know the least about the army, and it is the army that defends our borders and supports us in crisis situations. Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of National Defense, the doctor, Kosiniak-Kamysz, pointed out that we live in times when all actions that can improve security must be taken. Well, I would say action number one is to remove absolutely everyone who is in any power and position in the government and also in Polish parliament. This is action number one. That will definitely improve security of this country. Not just this country, many countries, right? He stressed that security is not only a well-armed army and strengthen alliances, but also the strength and resilience of society. He pointed out that the schools are there to provide students with the necessary knowledge and skills also about crisis situation. Well, first is the knowledge how to live in peace and how to strengthen economy and how to run your own business and how to be healthy and how to have healthy relationships with others. I think this is absolutely priceless skill to master and learn. Just my thoughts. In order for Poland to be safer, we come to a common conclusion that it is necessary to enter schools with safety education, to show the army at schools, to show what can be done, to show how to prepare for crisis moments, how to provide first aid. He added that the program was created in cooperation with the military and was developed by a soldier teacher. He stressed that you need to get used to safety and prepare for threats and be ready for them at all times. You get to used to threats, you see? You get to used to threats. Programming, guys. We can't be taken by surprise, he said. Kosiniak-Kamysz informed that the army will be present in schools and lessons. The army will teach. It will tame, it will prepare, it will strengthen the resilience of Polish society, young people in primary and second any schools. I think my mistake here. He also, when he was asked by the journalist, asked whether there were any results and possible decisions on the review of shelters in schools, which we spoke about in February. Minister Nowacka replied that this is an element of the civil defense of the state of another thing, I'm sorry to say, collapsed by our predecessors. She added that the topic will be included in the act prepared by the Ministry of Interior and Administration. And let me tell you that 40 places are planned for schools for which the managing body will be, for example, the Minister of Culture and National Heritage. He said that schools operating at hospitals were excluded from the program for purely technical reasons. So there you have this, guys. Get used to having threats in Poland. What a wonderful future, right? What a wonderful future. And last news for you, last article that I have for you, is actually, it's an article that is based on the interview that took place, on one of the channels in Poland. And one of the generals was asked a question, and I want to bring this to you, his answer, because I don't think I've heard this kind of answer from any Polish general yet, but that's what he said. However, I think a while ago he was saying that Russia is going to attack Poland. So it's kind of strange how he flipped now with this statement, or it doesn't make any sense. But let's go with this, because this is pretty good comment. General Samuel on Poland: we will be sacrificed on the altar of United States security. He said this: we will probably be sacrificed on the altar of the security of the United States or Western Europe, said General Bogusław Samuel about a possible attack on Poland. The former commander of the multinational Corps Northeast, when asked on Sunday, that was yesterday, in Polsat, Polish TV station, whether the United States, in the event of Russia's nuclear aggression, would respond with the same step, he replied, "I'm afraid not. The superpowers make sure that there is no conflict on global scale. It is likely that we, as a buffer country, and our military units will be sacrificed on the altar of the security of the United States or even Eastern Europe." This is coming from Polish general. So this is like a big breakthrough, everyone. Referring to the possible membership of Poland in NATO's nuclear sharing program, which involves the stationing of American nuclear weapons in allied countries, Samuel stressed that entering the nuclear club is very important for Poland, but the key is whether we have the ability to carry those weapons and whether Poland will be able to use them in the event of an attack from Russia or Belarus. So guys, where this is heading? What do you think, huh? What do you think? Poland very much likely might have the nuclear weapons here. It's possible, very much so. And how Russia will respond? I just leave it to you. 2 comments of the day from my latest solo video. The first one is from Bojana Kolak. This was about the statement that Polish new/old Prime Minister Donald Tusk made on board the plane when he was leaving Brussels, I believe. And he said, "We cannot harm Ukraine in any way." And she says, "Polish farmers occupy the border which belongs to Polish, not exclusively to Tusk. So it is their right to protest on every piece of their land." Absolutely, 100% I agree. And the next comment is from Jack Runner. "This is our PM's way of communicating to the Polish nation that Ukraine cannot be harmed in any way, but Poland and Poles can! Exclamation mark. And so they will! Exclamation mark. And with your comment, I unfortunately agree as well. So that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. I actually overcame one of the biggest, was the moment when I wasn't sure if I record this video, because I don't feel quite comfortable with the way it looks. But I hope you don't mind and you don't see. Tomorrow is a live stream, so this will be a different video. Please make sure to leave the comments down below. I read them all. Hit dislike if you appreciate the content. Subscribe if you haven't already. And check all the links to the articles that will be attached down below in the description box. And what else? Please join me on other platforms. Locals, Instagram, mailing list is free of charge. And what else is there? Let me think. I think there is Rumble, and that's about it. See you in the next one. 4 p.m. Warsaw time tomorrow, 10 a.m. New York City time. Pepe Escobar and Larry Johnson. Lots of love, and remember, we are the leading edge and we are saving humanity. Bye everyone.